got the new grill in. Came with all the new clips. This one's just black. Kind of a matte black. That'll look nice. I'm going to be painting this part red. I'm going to have to take it off the other grill because this bow tie is different. This bow tie actually has a full recess. So I'll be taking this part, painting it red, and putting it on the new grill. I have this one little chip here. I'll have to sand that out. Okay, I'm gonna have to read the instructions again. I'm kind of unclear if it goes over the chrome bumper and then you leave the steel bumper behind it, or if you take it off. But I do know that it uses these bolts under here, and you have to drill a hole here. So I know it bolts onto those bolts, but I don't know if this stays. I do know I have to take off this plastic trim, but it seems a little tight. You know, I'm trying to stretch around, so maybe the chrome bumper does come off. I think that's going to be a pretty cool look. Alright, we took off the lower plastic trim, and then I removed the upper bolts, and I marked the center of them and measured from that mount 1 inch forward. So now we're going to try to test fit the bumper and then mark those holes. Alright, went on that side, and then without that plastic trim it gets a lot closer. Now I think we can just probably push it around. A little tight. Okay, after doing some test fitting, I've come to the conclusion it does not use these bolts. And what it does is it really presses tight up against the front edge of the bumper, and those corners there snap around the side. Once it's on, I don't think it's coming back off without damaging it. So what we're going to do is, I did notice a little bit of interference, like on the back side of these light mounts, kind of contacts this part of the frame. So I just need to maybe shorten this up 1/4 inch so it doesn't stress the bumper as I stretch it around. Then I think I'm just going to sand it, paint it, and then we're going to snap it on. And I believe I will drill and bolt it right here on each side. And then it's just going to be tight. Maybe I'll put some just a couple beads of body adhesive on the top just to keep it from like rattling. But I will have some mounts for my driving lights, and down there at the bottom I will put a bolt on a brace from down there back to maybe this bumper mount. That way the bottom of the splitter is supported. I think it'll be fine. I mean, naturally it's fiberglass. If you ever crash it, it's destroyed. But I think we'll be fine. So we're going to start taking the old grill apart. We're going to sand the center of the grill and sand the bumper and get those shot. I do have this body match color. I bought 3 cans of red and 2 cans of this 2K clear. We'll see how this works. There's the first coats on those. Let that dry. We'll do the clear coat. Well, that 2K clear goes on pretty nice. Nothing to write home about, but it does look pretty decent. And I think the color match to the truck, close enough. And then this will be just a color match with a black grill. I think that's going to look really sharp. That looks pretty sharp. Okay, we got the grill installed. I think that looks pretty good. Now comes the bumper. Now, once I get it on there, I'm not sure if it's going to come back off. So let's get started on that. Alright. Well, it did just pop on. But actually, after it's popped on, it's a little loose. But, like I said, I think I'm going to be putting bolts on it. Because it kind of moves. But if I get a bolt in here and then my braces down below, I think that'll be fine. Okay, I fabricated these 1/4 inch by 1 brackets. The light's going to mount in that slot, and then that hole lines up there, and this one goes to the sway bar bolt, which is an M10. So that'll go there, and the light. Like that. Get that all bolted in. Okay, after I get the splitter basically cut to the back side of the bumper, I got a few bolts in it. I just leave it large. Then I just took some kind of a cheap piece of cardboard and just traced it so it stays the same. And we're going to cut that out. And then the centerpiece, just kind of drop in like that. I just got the lines on there so I know where to mark it to drill. Probably put a couple supports in the middle. Then I'll have the standard strut from here to here.